Take two. The video like flipped on me. So hi, it's Allie from Magical Soul, coming at you with the Equinox reading, coming on my personal page today, just for the fun of it. This reading was inspired by Escalation Priestess. So I have a mastermind that is co-facilitated with other amazing women, and it's called Escalation Priestess. And just a few hours ago, we did the Equinox energy reading with an activation. So we aren't going to do the activation today, but we're going to do the energy reading, and you're going to be able to receive the beautiful transmissions. And I first have to talk about this amazing book that keeps coming up during every equinox. And this is a book series called Tales of a New World. So Tales of a New World, this is Wind Rider, which is the third book in the series. It's written by PC Cast, and she channels all of her books. She's so amazing. She has oracle cards and tarot decks out there with her daughter, so PC Cast. And the energy of this book is part of the transmission on the equinox. It is so powerful. And this book is about different tribes that are all at war with each other. And this new invasion tribe comes into their world, and it creates an opportunity for all these tribes to actually come together to create a new world where the invasion tribe isn't harming them anymore. And it all stems from the main character, who is a hybrid of two tribes, which is not allowed. So the main character is part of the Moon tribe and the Sun tribe. And she survives because she is birthed in secret and is disguised as a Moon tribe woman and not part of the Sun tribe. And she starts this movement of these tribes coming together, and eventually all these tribes just become one new tribe, and it creates this new world. And I always start this on an equinox, and I always pick it up during an equinox as well. So you can see I'm almost halfway done this one. This is the third one in the series. And all this energy that's pouring in right now is about coming together. Every equinox is such an amazing time to come back to that divine vision, to come back to self, to come back to the collective of what are you anchoring in? What are you bringing in for yourself? What do you see the divine vision for this earth to become? And so I pulled 6 cards here that kind of comes off of the energy of what I was feeling for the transmission this equinox. And it's amazing because the first card we're going to talk about is the element of air. And as you can see, it's so windy outside. And I'm sure you might see a few different birds, fairies, and dragons fly around through the window, because this window is our magical portal that we use in the Magical Soul Studio. And so the first card I'm going to take out, it's our air card. And air is the element of enlightenment, of divine vision, of ascension and enthusiasm. And so you might have even seen the weather that's happening in your area, but it's very windy here. And every time it's windy, I know a purification is happening. And for me, equinox was yesterday. But the energy of equinox stays with us for a good 7 to 10 days as we transition into this new energy field. And so you might see a lot of wind, you might feel a lot of air. But this card is also a call to service. And so these cards are kind of like, they don't have pictures, they just have words, so I can't really hold them up. But I guess you can get the transmission of the words here. This card is also a call to action of planetary service. And a lot of people during this time are stepping into planetary service, are doing more for the collective, more for themselves, more for the family, and whatever that means to you. And it's so powerful that air allows us to do this, but as well for the collective. And I love this quote that's on the card. And it says, you are guided to ask the unicorns to direct Dom and his sylphs to spread the qualities of air. So Dom and the sylphs are just part of the elements. So sylphs are little elemental fairies type air elementals. And then Dom is the master of elements. So he's an ascended master of the elements. So to spread the qualities of air, enlightenment, ascension, enthusiasm, freedom, and divine vision into the minds of those who need them. And this is the part that I'm talking about. It's ask them to purify currents of air and blow them to polluted areas so that they can be cleansed. And this is enlightenment. This is the element of enlightenment, of allowing ourselves to get to a higher perspective, as well as being of service. So we're seeing, especially right now, we're seeing so much amazing things happening with the earth in a healing way. It's like the canals in Italy are filled with dolphins now. They're nice crystal blue. The pollution in China has gone down to almost nothing. Even where I'm living, the air feels a lot different to breathe. And I've just been hearing around the whole globe that the energy of the earth is feeling so different and so much more empowered. And this is all about the purification of what's happening. And so Emma says, I just had a gust of wind come through. It's strange for first thing in the morning. Yes. So even just hearing this video, the wind might be going crazy. And what you can do is work with air and work with the air dragons. So you can call in the element, you can call in the air dragons to purify the air around you, to cleanse your energy systems and your body, as well as to uplift you to a higher perspective. So right now it's also a powerful time to make sure that we're looking through the lens of a higher perspective. And I shared this in a live stream yesterday and a blog post this morning, is that we get to choose what lens we're looking at the world with. So we can look through the lens of madness and anger and fear, or we can look through the lens of higher perspective, of groundedness, of wonder, of awe, of magic. And so letting this be an opportunity to choose what lens you're viewing the world in, right? And to, if you're having issues getting to that higher perspective, if you're having a hard time to see what's the meaning in this, what's the lesson in this, what's the process that we're going through, if you're asking yourself these questions, get the element air, get the air dragons to uplift you to a higher vibration, to a higher perspective, and you'll be able to hold that vision a lot stronger. Okay. And so the next one was Lemurian healing. And Lemurians are amazing, high vibrational beings that love the earth. They love healing the earth. And this card is all about healing. And we're seeing it right now. We just kind of talked about it, that the earth is healing. The earth is allowing itself to anchor in these higher light grids, these new key codes that are pouring into our planet right now, as well as a call to service, to be of service for ourselves, for our family, for the collective, in whatever capacity we feel called to. And this is a time to kind of push out of your comfort zone and see what it would be like to be of service for a bigger audience, for a higher collective, for the whole world in general. And it's so magical because I'm seeing a lot of people step up and they're starting to do live streams, or they're starting a YouTube channel, or they're doing like readings by donations, or they're holding these gatherings online because of the huge self-isolation movement right now. And it's just so powerful seeing these people come together of service for the planet, with respect for everyone as well. And this was also the energy that was coming out of this book for this equinox, is that we're all showing respect for each other. We're all starting to have that really higher perspective of that we're understanding, and everyone, even they might not consciously know it, we're transitioning into such a high perspective vision for the planet. What used to be such different visions of what we want this earth to look like is starting to come together into a unified consciousness, which what makes it so powerful is allowing ourselves to have unified consciousness, a shared divine vision, And so these online gatherings, whether you're on this live stream, watching the replay, or watching this on my YouTube channel, we also repurpose these videos into a podcast. So if you're listening on the podcast, this is us coming together as a collective through different mediums, through different energies. And you'll also see it within organizations and collectives. So my company, Magical Soul, I used to be the sole practitioner, and then I had some administration teams and everything, but we now have 8 of us. So Magical Soul, my vision for my company has grown into 8 practitioners, and it allows us to share that unified consciousness, that unified vision of what we want for this planet, of what we want for ourselves as a collective, but coming from all these different modalities and backgrounds, and magic in itself is what brings such a powerful healing. And so this card, the Lemurian healing, is all about gathering. And it doesn't need to be physical gathering, because we're all practicing self-isolation, or most of us are practicing self-isolation depending on where you're located in the globe. But it's all about coming together, and that can very well be online. It can be etherically. It can be just holding space for each other. And then, of course, if you decide to meet up physically, it's also physical meets up. But it's anchoring that vision, anchoring that powerful healing vision for this planet. And that's what the equinox is all about, is anchoring that powerful vision. And so this also comes with the card of Lord Cthulhu, and Lord Cthulhu is the Ascended Master. He's the world teacher. And so he has so much knowledge and so much wisdom, and he works with the golden ray of Christ light. So Lord Cthulhu works with the golden ray of Christ light. You might not recognize the name, but his incarnation, so he's incarnated as Saint Francis, as Shah Jahan, which is the being who built Taj Mahal. He incarnated as Melchior, which is one of the wise men, if you read sacred texts or practice from sacred texts. And so Lord Cthulhu is all about harmlessness, love, and wisdom. And right now, what's happening in this beautiful equinox movement is a lot more information is being available to us. We're able to access a lot more information that we weren't able to before, or maybe we just weren't attuned to the frequency. And I love equinoxes because they are attunements in itself. Even if you're not consciously attuning yourself, or whether you're in Escalation Priestess where we actually did an activation in there, it doesn't matter, because the collective gets attuned by the energy regardless. Oh, I just saw a little fairy fly by in the window. And so connecting to Lord Cthulhu and allowing yourself to access the different wisdom that is being presented to you, especially if you're asking yourself questions of what is my purpose? How can I step up? How can I do more? Why is this happening? What's going on here? Oh, happy birthday, Emma. That's so beautiful. What a powerful time to have a birthday during this equinox. Happy, happy birthday. So many blessings. That being said, amazing birthday celebrations for you. And continuing on with Lord Cthulhu, he also helps transmute any collective pain. So if you are feeling very empathetic right now and you are having trouble separating your energy from the collective, there's a lot, even though we're going through this huge movement, there's still a lot of fear. There's a lot of dis-ease. So out of ease in the collective, it can be coming into your body. Lots of things happening, right? So we want to make sure that we're being very powerful discerners. We want to make sure that we're protecting really well. But if you're having trouble separating, are these my emotions? Is this panic, this frustration mine? Or is it the collectives? Calling on Lord Cthulhu. And he's going to wrap you in this beautiful golden light. Sometimes you kind of feel like he put like this golden robe on you. And that's going to transmute any of the pain emotions. So any of the fear, any of the dis-ease, any of the chaos, the madness, everything that's happening, letting him help you separate that for you is really powerful during this equinox. Equinoxes are also balance, right? So if you're feeling pulled and not finding that balance, feeling that golden light coming from Lord Cthulhu to bring you back in balance is something that's so powerful. So definitely check him out. Allow yourself to feel that balance. He is amazing. If you are one of my followers that loves to do etheric mentorships, because I talk about that a lot, Lord Kuthumi is an amazing person to mentor under in the etheric realms, and receiving his wisdom and downloads is so powerful. Okay, so moving on, we have Neptune as our next card. And so Neptune is the planet of like higher spirituality. It also, I don't know why I keep showing you this. I guess the words want to speak for themselves. Neptune also holds all of the wisdom of Atlantis and Lemuria. So it's so powerful because as we're transitioning, especially right now, right? We started in 2012 to do this huge transition. This year is a powerful foundational year for building that transition. And Atlantis and Lemuria, the wisdom from those civilizations, is a very amazing tool that we can tap into right now. So Neptune is actually the cosmic earth star chakra. So when we're looking at our chakra system, we have the earth star chakra, which is about a foot or two below our physical feet. And what you can do is call in the energy of Neptune and allow it to activate your earth star chakra. And your earth star chakra, which is below your physical feet, it taps into the different grids on this planet. And since it's a foundational year, especially during this equinox and during what the current events are happening on this planet, is new grid systems are pouring in, right? New foundations, that unity consciousness, those divine visions, the tools, the memories, the resources of how to build this new foundation of a new earth is all coming in. And Neptune is a powerful planet to connect to achieve that, especially if you're a huge ascension go-getter and you're developing your psychic centers. Neptune is all about higher spirituality. So this planet will help you get there. It's so, so powerful. I just want to see if there's anything on the card. Okay. So on the card, it says Archangel Sandalphone oversees this center. Oversees Neptune and the earth star chakra of the cosmic realms. He nurtures your divine potential and will help you download the spiritual light you're waiting for. So connecting to, if you're not super big in connecting to cosmic centers, you can connect to the archangel realm, which is a very high angelic realm. And Archangel Sandalphone, he is the anchorer of potential, right? He anchors in the light. He works in our earth star chakra. So all of this energy that's kind of right now, it's very floaty still. The energy is starting to come down. The equinox was kind of the start of it starting to ground. So things are starting to feel a lot less chaotic. Things are starting to feel a lot more grounded, a lot more hopeful, right? That's the energy of it all coming down. So Archangel Sandalphone will help ground the wisdom that's coming in for you at this time. And I keep saying this over and over again. The first 6 months of this year is a foundational piece to explore different realms, to build those new foundations, to discover more of yourself, more wisdom, more information, more properties and abilities that you have within you, you might not even know about. And so connecting to Neptune, let that wisdom come in, connect to Archangel Sandalphone, ask him to anchor in that information for you, and it will be super, super powerful. So again, my etheric mentorship followers, Archangel Sandalphone would be so powerful, as well as Neptune themselves is really powerful to mentor under and channel. So if you do any channeled writing, super amazing to do that right now. Our second last card, so we have 2 more cards. The second last is the Pleiades. So I love reading this card because it kind of speaks for itself. The card says the Pleiadians are great healers. We're seeing this theme here, right? Healing, ascension, divine vision, and anchoring it in. And so we're coming back to that healing perspective right now. They love the earth and all who live on her. By drawing this card, you are being invited to open your heart to the Pleiadian healing. Let them enfold you in their loving, healing blue light so that their wisdom and gifts flow into you. Again, we're seeing healing, we're seeing ascension gifts coming in at this time, and a lot of beautiful blue light, which blue light is actually the first of the 7 rays. And I'm actually teaching a class next month maybe the month after next on the 7 rays. So if you're being interested in all this information, you can always send me a message and we can get you that information. It hasn't even been launched yet. It's in the process. So blue light is the first of the rays, and blue light is all about free will, and healing and connecting to God frequency, connecting to source frequency. And the Pleiadians are so good at that. And it's so healing when you receive that from them because they're so attuned to that frequency. And sometimes, especially when things are in chaos or we're unsure of what's happening, we can get conjumbled and we can get a little disconnected from that frequency. Coming back, calling on help. Right now, call on help when you need help. You're not here to anchor all this in alone. You're not here to discover these new abilities, these new wisdoms all alone. There are beings here to help you, right? And the Pleiadians are one of them. Pleiadians are very floaty to me. So if you are a very ungrounded, floaty person in general, make sure you ground yourself before you work with the Pleiadians, right? Because they're very floaty, healing individuals. So that's always good. And when you have absorbed these qualities into your energy, pass them on to others. Hey, Shelby. And hey, everyone else that's hopping on. Hey, Nicola. And so the Pleiadians are healing us right now and they're helping us heal, but also this is another call to action. So we saw in the first card that air was calling us to help with collective healing. Timing, yes, beautiful timing. So the Pleiades is a call to action to the knowledge that you already have and the knowledge that you're anchoring in right now. Share it with your communities. A lot of people, especially, I'm in the midst of teaching my one program, Dancing with Dragons, and a lot of the women in that, it's all women this round, so I say women. A lot of the women are actually stepping up and sharing their abilities and their gifts with their peers and with their following and with their families right now, because the more information that we have, the more that you share, the more that it gets to come in. And so if you know you're here to share, if you know you're here to teach, here is your call to action to step up into that teacher role. There are so many people right now that are awakening at a really rapid pace, and they need the teachers. So letting yourself be a teacher if you're here to be it. If you don't feel called to teach right now, keep anchoring in that knowledge. It's gonna come. But also be aware of, are you just not sharing because it's comfortable not to put yourself out there? Or are you not sharing because not everything has dropped in yet? And when I say that, I don't want that to become an excuse, right? I can say right now, like, I don't know everything. I definitely do not know everything, and I do not have all the answers, right? But that doesn't stop me from sharing because I do know a lot and I have anchored in a lot of knowledge. So don't use I don't know enough to be an excuse. Allow yourself to be guided and pushed into the direction of sharing and teaching. Yeah? Okay. And our last card for the Equinox energy reading is Archangel Metatron's Cloak. I love this card. It is so, so powerful, especially during Equinox and also the current events, right? So what the card says, it is an honor. It is an honor to receive this card, for the cloak allows Metatron's energy to be held in your aura. It ensures that all of your chakras are open and protects you from lower energies. This means that you can link to the 7th dimension of Hollow Earth and access wisdom from the 4 ascension planets, Neptune being one of them. Walk tall and stand in your power. Wearing this cloak will help you guide others on their ascension path. You are called on to do this. So again, call to action. Empower people to see who they are and what they can do. And this affirmation that's on here always lights up my heart. I stand in my power and I lead others forward. It's so, so beautiful. And Archangel Metatron, where's the okay. So looking at these 2 cards, the Neptune card and the Archangel Metatron card, Archangel Metatron is the Ascension Angel. Archangel Sandalphon, which we talked about in the Neptune card, he is the anchoring, he's the grounding angel. And so these 2 together are very powerful. there's also stories that they are brothers. So they actually walked this earth before they ascended into archangels. So Archangel Metatron was actually Enoch. And I forget what Archangel Sandalphon was in ancient scriptures. See, I don't know everything, right? But he anchors it in. So Archangel Metatron is going to help you with ascension, help you with the knowledge, help you with the power. But if we're not anchoring it in, it's not going to awaken the earth, right? So when we anchor in knowledge, it lights up the ley lines. And that's what Archangel Sandalphon works with, yeah? So the thing with Archangel Metatron's cloak is that it's all about empowering and becoming that amazing teacher. And it connects you to the seventh dimension. I was going to say hollow earth. So the seventh dimension of hollow earth, they're kind of syllables. And so Archangel Sandalphon lives in hollow earth, which is the core of this planet. And you can receive a lot of knowledge in there as well. And so I really love this because the cloak, you can even feel right now Archangel Metatron putting this beautiful golden cloak around you and feeling the power and the wisdom and the knowledge that comes from that. And then just simply grounding yourself, letting it all come in. It will make a huge change during this equinox and moving forward in this planet. Okay. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I just wanted to come on here and share the energy reading that I was receiving in my mastermind. 50% off is still happening in March. So every March, Magical Soul, we do 50% off. I am extending that through all of April as well. So super simple. You go www.magicalsoul.com/offerings, or you can just go straight to our website, go to offerings tab. Marvelous March. It will take you to the 50% off page. All of our services are 50% off. Selected programs are 50% off. And if you want packages of sessions, those are also 50% off. All you have to do is either message us, email us. So you can message my page right here, or you can email us at support@magicalsoulteachings.com, and you can email us to send you some package information, or if you know you want a package of 3 or 6, slash that into 50% off and it's all yours. I don't have my computer to send you the link right now, but I'll drop it in the comments after I get off, and I'll also put it in the description for this live stream as well. So I wish you happy equinox and many, many blessings. Huge opportunity for everyone to call to action, to step into a higher perspective of themselves and the teacher of who they are. So I'm sending you so much love and energy and support during this time. My inbox is always open. So if you ever need support during this time, if you ever need just a friend to talk to, if you want more information on anything, you know where to find me. I always keep my inbox open to you guys, and let me be that support if you need it during this time. And I'm appraising everyone. I'm just so excited for everyone during this. Many, many blessings, and I'll talk to you super soon. I love you.